Mike with M&M Landscape. We are in 2023 now. About a year past the time that I sold the house, and there's a lot of things in this business that you have to learn, and one of them is cash flow. Luckily, we have a vending company that kind of keeps up, but a lot's gone on. I mean, I've had a heart attack, and there's all kinds of different challenges that I've faced that I haven't really been talking about that much. But, if you've ever bid a job and you get halfway through the job and you're scraping change, you're scraping change just to put fuel in the equipment to do the job. And then you can be that fucking tight whenever things just get tight. And that's the way I've been on a couple of jobs, where you're just sitting there knowing that your hard labor is going to pay off, but you've got to do it smart. You've got to be able to bid the job at a high enough rate and understand that half down payment that the customer gives you is for that job, not for you to spend, not for you to go out and flaunt it around or anything like that. You get paid when the job is done. So, you could get $12,000 down, but you need to fucking make sure that all that money is spent on the job. You get your money last. And at the same time, when you do get your money, that you hear pay yourself first, but when it comes to bidding jobs, and a customer's paying you $25,000, $30,000 to do a job, you need to make sure that the money that you get is spent on that job. Only whenever all the expenses are met of the job can you get paid. That includes people you hire. You need to make sure that you pay them. If you can't afford to pay them, you do without. And you make sure that they get paid. And negotiating. You got to negotiate. You can cut deals and stuff like that where payments are delayed, and then you can you can delay payments, or you can negotiate with your dump truck driver, or there's a lot of different things you can do to kind of stretch your income. But there comes a point where you might only be able to do that for a day or two. You got to make sure that all the people you hire get paid, and you got to make sure that you're getting paid too, getting paid a fair amount for what you're doing. So if you're doing a retaining wall or something like that, and you're doing a big job, you need to make sure that you're pricing that so that at the end of the job, you don't realize you work for nothing. But there's a lot of challenges to small businesses that, people look at me and say, dang, you're doing well. And all the stresses and stuff that come with it are pretty high up there some days. Some days you go through stress-free, but every day you got a little bit of stress going on. But some days it's ridiculous. You go to bed at night thinking, damn, I made it through that. For me, I just taken on some really big jobs, and I like taking really big jobs because I'm in one spot for, sometimes up to a month. And it's pretty rewarding. I started this little landscape thing. I was just mowing grass, and now building retaining walls and cutting down trees, laying acres of sod. It's really rewarding to do those big jobs, and man, they pay really well too. But if I hadn't started small, doing the lawn mowing and working my way through small flower beds, probably wouldn't be able to tackle. But eventually someone's going to come up to you and offer, offer to hire you, and you're going to have a big job, and it's going to seem over fucking whelming. And it's up to your character and your ability to know that you can do something, and or you're going to get afraid and deny an opportunity. Sometimes, not everybody's going to throw themselves right into the furnace. And I've thrown myself into the furnace a couple of times, and every fucking time I've done it, I've been rewarded for it. In business, you're taking a risk just starting a small business. Don't let a $50 fucking raise, or the customer goes up on rent, or they go up on a product line. I've seen a lot of small businesses just fail because people are they're not expecting price increases. Well, price increases are going to happen our entire fucking lives. So you as a small business owner, in my vending company, when I started out, I was selling soda pop for $1 and making a pretty significant profit. Now I'm selling it for $2. It's almost doubled. Everything in my vending machines has doubled in price since 2016. Everything in the landscape business has almost doubled in price since 2016. And there's still a lot of people out here that are doing stuff a lot cheaper than I do it for. Like there's people that advertise, and there's like, man, I'll do your trees for half the cost of any other company. And you've got the ability, you can sit there and say, well, I said I can sit there, you can get pissed off, and have all that drama shit, but that ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. The guy's still gonna charge half price, so, that's not your competitor. You compete against you. Compete against yourself. Don't worry about what the fuck everybody else is doing, because it really, whatever the hell they do, whatever how many jobs they get, they can only do one job at a time. If one person's underbidding you, and they bid a job at half the price, well, they're doing that job for half the price. Good for them. Go fucking next door. Five houses down, 10 houses down, 20 houses down. Find the job that's going to pay you what you need to get paid. Fuck what your competition is doing. Who cares? Some competition has multi-million dollars worth of machinery. You can't fucking compete with that. You can compete with what you got. So don't worry about what the multi-million dollar companies are doing, and don't worry about what some fucking crackhead down the street who just snorted a line of coke is doing for fucking half price. You do you. Make sure that you are bidding your jobs so that you make money. The only person you're in competition with is you. Can you make more money than you did the day before? Can you serve the customer better than you did the night before? That's it. Well, the other people got better employees. Fuck the other people's employees. You deal with the employees that you got. In some cases, whenever you're starting your own business, the only fucking person you can rely on is you. You are the employee. You are everything. Nobody else, just you. You are running the whole shebang. And then maybe one day you'll get some reliable employees. But for the most part, when you're running a small business, when shit gets crazy, it's you. You're the one that's got to fix it. When shit gets good, you're the one that's got to be able to manage that so it doesn't fall back into a chaotic reign of chaos and you're moving backwards. Always move forward. And if you're treading uphill and the rocks are falling with you, you got to keep fucking skitting and scatting until you finally grab some traction and get up that motherfucker. Eventually you'll dig yourself out of the hole that you think you're in. And then maybe you'll look back and you'll find out it wasn't that big of a hole, or you'll find out that it was the biggest hole that you've ever been in, and you feel great that you were able to dig out of it. Just remember that you are the one that's responsible for most of it. 100%. If you own your own business, you are 100% responsible All you got to do is just look in the fucking mirror. The problems in your business are probably you. When I look in the mirror and I see problems in my business, it's me. I'm the only one that can fix them. I don't have a corporation. I don't have a corporate boardroom meetings or anything like that. I don't have a bunch of people mashing their brains together trying to figure out what is going on. It's all me. Remember that. Just a little piece of small business advice. If you go through a heart attack and stuff like that, like I had to, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with the medical bills. You could either throw in the fucking towel or you can keep on trucking. Because eventually, you are going to die one day. And it all depends. If you want to be a corporate puppet, or do you want to be in business for yourself? And do you really want to say, whenever you're lying on your deathbed or whatever, that you did it? Or do you want to balance time with family? I don't know what you want. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying. Who cares? Who cares what everybody wants? That's the attitude you kind of got to have in order to be successful. And you're going to have your ups and downs, like anybody. Ups and downs all the time. But just make it happen for yourself. Anyway, everybody have a good day.